we've taken a look at video in general, globally, in the digital space, and we've realized that there's a lot of limitations in terms of what brands and what publishers can do with their video inventory. And if you take a look at the in-stream marketplace, so just talking about pre-roll, the main issues are that, on the publisher side, if you are an editorially based publisher, right, you've been printing newspapers and magazines for years. When you try to monetize your sites and your digital properties, it's complicated. Display, yes, you can do display because they're just IAB ad units on certain places in your page. You fill them with advertisers and you make money that way. But when we talk about video, it's complex because editorially based publishers don't produce video traditionally. So when we talk about how you monetize with video, it becomes very expensive for these guys because they have to produce video content in order to put a pre-roll in front of that video content. So we took a look at this and said there's a better way for our publisher partners to generate more video revenue, and that's using what we call our outstream ad units that are actually embedded directly within the editorial content themselves. So they leverage the amazing content that traditionally they've been so good at, i.e. their writers writing articles. They monetize that with video units, if that makes sense. So for publishers, we wanted to focus on bringing new products to the market where they could grab the high CPMs that you get from video budgets and big brands without having to produce any video content. Now, on the advertiser side, this is another great opportunity because there's a very limited amount of what we would call premium video inventory, right? If you take a look at full episode players, which we would, I think, call, the premium video inventory in the marketplace, it only represents about 4% of all video that people are consuming online. Therefore, we need to find new avenues other than pre-roll to put our ads where they can be considered premium. And that's one of the things that we have a really big focus on. And one of the tenets of the business is that we are unlocking an exceptional amount of now premium video inventory in the marketplace. Our units, we're not focused on trying to get people to click on them. What we're focused on is we're trying to get people to either engage with them or watch the video if they decide to, right? And one of the important things about the products, and I don't want to say our products, I mean they are ours, but I want to just talk about a better way to market, and a better way to market is allow the consumer to engage with your ad unit, and if they don't engage with the ad unit, then the brand doesn't pay. So to oversimplify, the two ways that people engage with our ad units is we have what we call our in-read ad unit. And what our in-read ad unit does is somebody's reading an article, our platform scans the article contextually, determine what is being talked about, and we serve a relevant ad. If it's on a large auto website that's talking about the great new cars that you can buy in 2015, we might serve an auto video ad in there. So if somebody's reading the article, our units expand directly within the editorial content. It's not a takeover, no. So it expands within the editorial content, and what's fascinating is now the consumer experience after expansion. So if you're a consumer, you're going to do a few different things. Either you're reading an article, you see an ad unit expand, you just keep on scrolling, and the ad unit disappears off your screen. With our ad units, if 50% of the unit is not actually displayed on the user's screen itself, the ad unit pauses. And these ad units are also based on a cost per completed view. So the brand only pays if somebody actually, by their own fruition, decides to watch the entire ad itself. So that's one way that we're marketing to people. They're 15, 30 minute long video ads. We can do any length of video ads for our different brand partners, but typically, what we'll see is a lot of repurposed television spots that, CPG companies or auto companies or electronic partners are repurposing online. And we're guaranteeing an engaged audience because they've chosen to watch the ad. Another way that you can market correctly to consumers is only charge the brand upon expansion. So we have some beautiful ad units that we call our impact ad units that the user has to click on the ad unit, expands to a full page takeover experience. And the brand only pays when a consumer decides to expand the ad. And so I think it's a very simple tenet of marketing that we forget sometimes, and and it's that only market to people that care about the brand. We have our in-read ad unit, our in-board ad unit, which is actually some people in some research companies have told me that it's the largest video unit that they've seen living within the various digital publishers we work with, because it pushes down from the top of the screen. It is a massive, high definition, cost per completed view, skippable from the first second, just very clean, elegant video ad unit. And the brand metrics on these things are just through the roof. And one other thing I should mention too is that we're heavy into mobile now as well, and we've developed the first contextually relevant view-to-play video units for mobile that have ever been in our industry. In the U.S., right now, we're working with about 2,600 different publishers. Various units, like our in-read ad unit, are focused heavily on ComScore Top 300 because they're ultra-premium ad units. We have worked with a significant amount of volume with every single major holding agency in the United States now, and the vast majority of our over 115 clients that we're actively working with right now are in the Forbes Top 200. So the business is going extraordinarily well, simply because the ad units are new, they're things that people haven't seen before, the performance is better, and it's a better consumer experience. One of the reasons we're ebuzzing is, in ebuzzing we're in 18 different countries now, and the thing that we've been very good at is we've been publisher first. So the reason that we work with great brands and those brands get phenomenal campaigns is because we are focused on our publisher partners, I think, first and foremost, before all. We're focused on the consumer experience. We're focused on making sure that their editorial staffs are comfortable with the ad units. And we're focused on making sure that we're bringing an exceptional amount of incremental revenue to what they're already getting from video. So when we have our partnerships with our publishers, it's not in a way that you would traditionally see in our industry. We have deep technical integrations with all of our publisher partners, because for our outstream ad units, we're not just a source of revenue, we're actually the ad server that's powering these ad units for the publishers. So when we do an integration, we also now are allowing these publishers to get into the programmatic space, because we have our own exchanges. And the Teads part of our business, well, the ebuzzing side is focused on brands and demand. Teads is a company, we are a full service SSP. So we're able to manage the revenue and the yield for our outstream ad units as well as the in-stream ad units. So our publishers typically are very strong long-term partners, because we're bringing them a superior technology as well as a lot of additional revenue. For video, the ad units themselves, if we just very simply take a look at what publishers can do for video. So publishers can, as we were talking about before, they can put pre-roll ads in front of the video content they create. But that's a very finite number of impressions that are available, simply because I think publishers also sometimes struggle with getting people to watch their videos. So the outstream opportunity is, theoretically, it's limitless in terms of the revenue that can be brought in. We're talking hundreds of millions of dollars a year in the United States for outstream by itself in the next couple of years. So for the publishers, the revenue is extraordinary in terms of what they can be bringing on. And that's both in two different ways that they work. That's with companies such as Ebuzzing and Teads, and that's also their own sales force going out and selling it.